History is full of battlefield defeats, but few are as humiliating as being overrun by rabbits. And not metaphorically. Actual rabbits, hundreds of them, charging. It's 1807. Napoleon Bonaparte has just signed the Treaty of Tilsit, ending war with Russia and cementing his status as the dominant force in Europe. He's at his peak. The man has conquered half the continent, terrified monarchs, and restructured governments with the confidence of a guy who never hears no. So naturally, his next move is to throw a victory celebration. But not just any celebration. He decides to host a rabbit hunt. Because apparently, nothing screams military genius like shooting at small fluffy woodland creatures in a field with your top generals. Napoleon orders his chief of staff, Alexandre Berthier, to arrange the hunt. And Berthier, like any good subordinate trying to keep his job and his head, goes all out. Instead of organising a normal rustic hunt where rabbits are scattered and the point is to track them like, a hunt, Berthier decides to buy the rabbits in bulk, somewhere between 300 and 3,000 of them. Accounts vary, but let's be honest, once you pass 300 rabbits, the situation is already unmanageable. To be efficient, Berthier buys them from local farmers who, as it turns out, don't usually trap wild rabbits. They sell domesticated ones, fluffy, docile, fed twice a day, and taught that humans mean snack time. You can probably see where this is going. The day arrives. Napoleon, Berthier, and the imperial entourage step out into the field, ready for sport. Cannons have fallen silent. Diplomats have gone home. The battlefield is now a sunny meadow full of squinting bureaucrats in tailored coats and far too much embroidery. Berthier's men open the cages, and the rabbits, hundreds of them, do not scatter. They do not run. They charge. See, domesticated rabbits are not wired to flee from humans. They're wired to expect food. So when they saw Napoleon and his men approaching, dressed like a mobile buffet of cravats and epaulettes, they assumed lunchtime had arrived. In an adorable but absolutely horrifying twist, the rabbits swarmed the party. They rushed toward the Emperor of France. At first, it was probably funny. A few rabbits waddling forward. Ha ha, look at the cute little guys. Then came dozens, then hundreds. A wave of hopping furballs crashing into boots, chewing on trouser legs, and trying to climb Napoleon's shins like a siege tower made of fluff and teeth. Eyewitnesses describe rabbits latching onto coats, nipping at fingers, and refusing to be shaken off. It wasn't a hunt, it was a siege. Napoleon was being overrun. Napoleon, the man who crossed the Alps and rewrote the map of Europe, was forced to flee in his carriage. Rabbits chased after it. Some sources say they even leapt onto the steps of the coach. Let that image sink in. The leader of the most powerful military in the world, ducking into a moving vehicle, while prey animals tried to chew their way inside like adorable zombies. In military terms, this was a rout, no resistance, no honour, just a tactical collapse in the face of relentless soft ears and twitchy noses. Napoleon, who'd survived assassination attempts and Russian winters, could not survive a poorly planned picnic. And the symbolism is almost too on the nose. Just months earlier, he'd defeated the armies of Russia and Prussia. Now he was defeated by Peter Rabbit and 2,999 of his closest friends. This wasn't just a loss, it was a furry PR disaster. Remarkably, Berthier kept his job. No demotion, no exile, not even a passive-aggressive letter, which suggests one of two possibilities. Either Napoleon truly believed the incident was beneath his imperial dignity to address, or he was too emotionally scarred to speak of it. The kind of trauma where, if someone so much as mentioned a petting zoo, he'd need to lie down. Honestly, can't blame him. To be clear, Napoleon didn't hate all animals. He just didn't want to be chased by them. He famously rode horses into battle, admired falcons, and tolerated dogs. But this was personal. After 1807, you don't really see him hosting any more animal-related social events, No more hunts, no more picnics, definitely no more rabbits. He had learned his lesson, and it had pause. So, yes, Napoleon once lost to rabbits, not symbolically, not metaphorically, literally. It's a story historians don't talk about much, probably because it doesn't fit neatly into the narrative of military genius and revolutionary reform. But if nothing else, it's a reminder that history isn't just made by kings, armies, or treaties. Sometimes it's made by rabbits, fluffy, hungry, mildly aggressive rabbits. And that's why, no matter how great your empire is, you should never underestimate livestock, especially when they come in bulk.